Hello everyone, this is the teaser video for this coming Sunday, May 18th, and I'm kind of going to give you a little bit a look into my thought process on this particular message or sermon, and I'm not going to give you a whole lot to well, I guess it's something to dig into, but I kind of want to see where you come out of this. Now, I'm under the belief, and you can determine if you agree with this or not, that all parts of Scripture should be able to be preached and taught, which means there should be lessons throughout the Scriptures. If it's like Proverbs or Psalms, we're talking about wisdoms and things like that and stories. But I figure the information is in Scripture for a reason. So sometimes if you look at some of the stories, there are some tough stories and some tough situations, and you kind of have to figure out, what do you think the lesson is on this particular scenario or situation. And the passage we're going to read about today is actually condemned in Scripture in multiple places. If you want a bonus, you can look and find out where it's condemned at, what passages is it condemned at. But I want you to read the passage, okay? And the passage is Genesis chapter 19, verses 30 to 32. So it's 3 verses. Genesis 19, 30 to 32. As you read this scenario and what's going on, what do you think is a possible lesson that we can get out of this? I don't want to go into detail the story, because I want you to read it. If we think we can preach and teach on all parts of Scripture, what possible lesson could we teach? Now, I got a lesson out of this. I have a title of the sermon, and I have it written, and I know what I got out of it as a possible wisdom or nugget or story that tells us how we need to live our life and do things out of reading this passage. But I'm curious, if you do it and you figure out what you think the lesson is, and on Sunday you can see if it went the same direction that I went. Also, I'm curious to see what everybody else comes up with, especially if you come to my Sunday school class downstairs at 10. I let everyone tell me what they got first and see, what other people saw. Because as you read Scripture, depending what's going on, it's living, breathing, it's active. So we could all get different things out of this and what the main point could be. So read Genesis chapter 19, verses 30 to 32. And if you had to write a sermon, what would be your focus? What would be your point on that? So that's the challenge for this week. So until then, take care and be safe.